It looks like it's that time of year again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's exploration of Alpha Theta's recruitment class, the Professional Committee. Now, the hunt for professionalism will begin. We have to be quiet now. We are approaching Victoria's 7. It appears that she is napping or asleep. She probably just had her first mid-court. Pure exhaustion has got to her. Now we have to capture her so that we can interview her in order to figure out what exactly she knows. Crikey, she's a fast runner! What did you learn in the process?
I learned a lot of different things. I learned a lot of things that I probably should have known before. For example, I learned how to use Google Docs and I learned how to embed videos into PowerPoints. But I learned a lot of other things too. For example, I had to reserve a lot of rooms, so I learned how that process went about. And I also learned what it meant to lead in a group while also being a team member.
What do you hope to gain from membership?
I want to gain a lot from membership. On one hand, I want to find connections and create bonds with other members, and I also want to develop myself professionally. And a lot of the committees I'm really excited about because they can apply to my major of being public relations, so I'd love to learn more about event planning and social media and networking.
How will you contribute to membership?
I want to find areas that I can really show my skills in, especially with creative thinking. I really want to focus on finding ways for new recruits to connect with members after they're in the Brotherhood.
Now, we are pursuing one of the tallest specimens in the wild Simon. Usually around this time of day, he is at his watering hole. We must be very quiet as to not startle him. We must capture him again, interview him to figure out what he knows.
What did you learn in the process?
I learned that I have so much more to develop on. I came in expecting to work on my public speaking, on my interview skills, and being personable in a professional setting. But the most important thing I learned was that I can develop everything about myself. I am not perfect, I am far from it. All this started with recruitment, but it doesn't end with recruitment, it just begins.
What are you going to give back to membership?
I value knowledge above most things, not only the aspect of acquiring it, but also sharing it. I want to be someone who people know that when they ask me a question or come for me to help them, I will give them my whole attention and the purpose of guidance.
What do you hope to gain from membership?
I hope to gain from the wealth of knowledge that is AKPsi. Everyone is so passionate about their experiences, and everyone is so passionate about developing themselves. They together are a collaborative force that creates a rising tide, and I want to be along with that rising tide.
Our next species is nocturnal, so we've got to be very quiet. Come with me. Now this wild species is called the Ben. He never does anything during the day, he only does it at night. So right now, we hear him doing his homework, which again he doesn't do during the day. We'll see if we can catch him and see what he's up to. Passed out from exhaustion.
What did you learn in the process?
I learned in the recruitment process how to act in a professional manner, whether that is in an interview setting or interacting with higher-ups or superiors. I also learned the role of communication that can go into planning events, and I definitely improved upon that significantly within my time with my group members as well as my fellow recruits, so that we were able to put on events successfully.
What do you hope to gain from membership?
I hope to gain or develop relationships with the peers and my brothers in AKPsi that hopefully last years after college. I also hope to develop my professionalism and carry skills that I developed, such as public speaking, into my career or profession after college.
How will you contribute to membership?
Throughout the recruitment process, I contributed to every event most every event that we put on the professional committee. However, there was one in particular that I kind of took a subtopic and initially took it upon myself to kind of teach the class a little something different that was a little bit outside of the box. This was name learning techniques. So it's still applicable to the business world and obviously making good impressions on people. And so I felt that it was important for us to include this in the lecture or lessons that we were kind of teaching the rest of the recruit class. So I hope to essentially bring more ideas outside of the box into membership.